Good morning, everybody. As you know that I have started the chapter Chemical Reaction and Equation of Chemistry. Now I'm going to start with the next topic, that is the chemical equation. Now try to understand what the chemical equation is. So I've written here the one definition is that the method of representing the substance which takes part in the chemical reaction together with its product in the form of equation is called chemical equation. It simply means that chemical equation means in a chemical reaction, whatever the substance that are going to react together, and as a result of which the product which is going to obtain, that whole substance I'm going to write in the form of an equation. For example, here I have just written here. Suppose when we know that when a zinc is going to react with the sulfuric acid, zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas is going to be obtained. Here zinc and sulfuric acid, these are called the reactants, and here zinc sulfate and hydrogen is called the product. So when these two are going to combine together, these two things are going to be formed. So this has been written in the a chemical equation form. This plus this, here arrow simply means equal to this. So this is a type of, this is only called the chemical equation. Here a very important thing is that here arrow simply means that the reaction is feasible in which direction. Reaction is feasible in which direction. It means that reaction is going from where to where. It means here zinc and sulfuric acid is going to combine to form, means these two are going to combine to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen. If the arrow is this side, then we can say these two things are going to combine to form these two things. So here arrow simply means that the reaction is just moving from which direction to which direction. Now the next topic is writing a chemical equation. Now it is very difficult for the scientists to write every time the reaction reaction with their name. So what they have done, they have taken out the simple formula that whatever the substance that is going to take part in the chemical reaction, write down their symbols in the form of symbols and the formula. See here, the method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and formulae of the substance involved in it. जो भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस जो हो रहे हैं, हमेशा उनका नाम लिखने का जो तरीका है वो बहुत ही लंबा है. तो उसको इजी करने के लिए हम लोगों ने क्या किया, साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने क्या किया कि उन सारे जो नेम्स है उनका सारे का शॉर्टकट लिखा इन द नेम ऑफ देयर फॉर्मूला. तो हियर यू नो दैट जिंक इज गोइंग टू रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय Zn, sulfuric acid H2SO4, zinc sulfate ZnSO4, hydrogen S2. So this complete reaction is going to be written in the shortcut form this way. So it is very easy and a convenient form to write the chemical equation. Now merits and demerits of chemical equations. अब ये जो chemical equation हम लोगों ने जो लिख करके रखा है, इसका क्या merit है और क्या demerit है. Means we can simply say that what are the advantages and disadvantages of chemical equations. Okay. So first I'm going to just discuss the advantages or the merits. So name of the compound which takes part in the reaction and product, means we can easily determine or we can just easily say that what are the name of the substance that are going to take part in the chemical reaction and what are the name of the products so obtained. So it is very easy for us. Now we can find the number of molecules and number of atom of each element, means we can simply determine that how many molecules of that particular substance is going to take part in the chemical reaction and how many atoms of particular element is going to take part in the chemical reaction. Also the number of molecules of different products so obtained. I'm just going to tell you one example. Suppose if you are written ZnSO4, so here Zn means the zinc, S means the sulfate, and here O is the oxygen, you know. Now molecules, or number of molecules is always going to be written on the first, or we can say before the name, before this compound only. So you know that ZnSO4 is a molecule. If nothing is there, it means one is there. It means we can say that is the one molecule of ZnSO4, and in one molecule of ZnSO4 zinc is how much? Only one. Now sulfur is 1, and here oxygen is how much? 4. Now if I am going to take here 2 molecules of ZnSO4, 2 molecules, so I can say here 2 Zn, means Zn how much here? 2, and 2 into S means how many? This one. Now oxygen 4 into 2 how much? 8. Likewise if I am going to write here 3 ZnSO4, so you see Zn and here 3, it means here 3 zinc, here S, how many S? 3. Sulfur how many? 3. and oxygen 4 into 3, that is the 12, this one. So we can easily determine the number of molecules that take part in the chemical reaction and also the number of atom of each element, that take part in the chemical reaction. Okay. We can determine the moles and mass of the reactant and product. In the class 9th only we have studied that how we can determine the moles, and also we can just find it out that what is the mass of the reactant and the product that is going to be take part in the chemical reaction. Okay. Now demerits or the disadvantage. We cannot determine the concentration of the reaction and the product. Here concentration simply means the purity. Now try to understand that if here I have written here S2SO4. So S2SO4, you know that it is a kind of acid. Now here it has not been mentioned by the formula. You cannot just say that this acid is actually the purest form or in the diluted form. Purest form is also called the concentrated form, and here the diluted form. Diluted form means the strength of the acid is going to be reduced. And how it can be reduced? By adding some solvent in that. Generally we are going to use water as a solvent, because I told you in the class 9 that water is a universal solvent. So if suppose here S2SO4 is taken in the diluted form, so it is not here mentioned that what is the ratio of dilution. Ratio of dilution means that with the water H2O and S2SO4.